In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Culliver. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. On the run, it's Nichols. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The give out of the gun. Runs through a tackle.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the sting in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Gonna run it. It's Nixon. Breaks into the open. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Orange. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got it in the middle, it's Green. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged on the outside. It's Schiff. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Great timing there in that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Lopez to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
The Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Nixon. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Gill. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the 1st.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. To the air on 1st down. Release to the back. Catch in the middle, it's James. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Right back to him on the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tar Heels come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Lopez wants to fire. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Leads it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
With the catch, it's Ship. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Lopez to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quarterback on the keeper. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
when you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll keep it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put them in the end zone. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's James. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Goff. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Lopez wants to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Look out, he's got room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Ross Simmons. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. The run from the shotgun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grab near the marker. It's Ross Simmons. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tar Heels. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's James. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Lopez to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wants to throw on third. Caught, close to the marker, it's shipped. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for space, it's Nichols. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Ship. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Hunt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Got a man, it's Cook. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the 1st down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the 1st down, and the chains are moving.
They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Using his legs, it's Nixon. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Quarterback extends the play. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He's not afraid to throw it from way back here. Quick strike complete. Free up the gut. Running to Green. Touchdown, UNC! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And the listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ross Simmons. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think the head coach might need to have a talk with his QB and just try to get him settled down because he looks out of sorts right now. He's already thrown 2 picks. He tried to throw that ball off his back leg. The coach needs to get his QB settled because he seems like he's rattled right now.
Looking for a gap. It's James. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Lopez wants to fire. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Tar Heels come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Another opportunity opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And it's picked off for the third time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And the defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects a quarterback's accuracy. He just was not able to set his feet on that throw. The ball got away from him a little bit, and, of course, that led to the interception.
This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lopez to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's shipped. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
You know, good teams just know how to close games out, and you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead, and this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Cook. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's James. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's James. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Wide open downfield.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Cook. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. It's now second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And how about the onside kick team coming through for your ball club? Down 3, you got to get the football late in this ball game. They get the ball now with a chance to maybe tie it or go win this thing. Great execution.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Cook. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Leaves it with the back. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Change now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds a tight end. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. Just drives it between the uprights. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The Tar Heels get the first crack here in overtime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They jump on top here in OT.
But how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll give it to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They go to the ground. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.